Hello YouTube, Cole Rogers Reviews here. Today I'll be showing you my survival tin that I put together. I made this out of just a large tin that I had around my house. I like this one because it's a lot bigger than what you get with a regular Altoids tin. You can see here's how big an Altoids tin is, and here is how big my survival tin is. I don't know what this was off of, but I used to use it to put change and stuff in, but sorry about the camera. But now I just, when I got into outdoor type stuff, I started to use it for a survival tin. It's by no means complete, and if you guys have any suggestions for what I should put in it besides what I have in it, let me know. I just have a cut-off section of a balloon around it, holding it together, just because I couldn't find any rubber bands, so I just improvised at the time. And then when I open it up, I'll just go through the contents, not in any order, but just how I see them. So I have some electrical tape, and then you can see I made an incision all the way through the middle, so when or all the way down the center, all the way around it, so when I peel it off, I have half the width, so I can use twice as much tape. So yeah, just some electrical tape. You know, it's good for things like fixing your gear. If you start to get a blister or something, if you're working like with like a machete or an axe or something and you get a blister on your hand, then you can put that over it, and it just has a lot of uses. So the next thing I have in here is, like, it's the first paracord bracelet I ever made. This one has the guts removed out of it, so it's thinner. I just threw this in here just so you know I have some extra cord. I don't really wear this one anymore, but you know, just some extra cord for shelter making or whatever. Next, I have my fire steel. This is a Going Gear fire steel that I put this oak handle on. I had a thick oak branch, and so what I did is I thinned it out with my machete, and I carved it with my knife to get it like this, and then I drilled a hole the same width as the fire steel, and then just super glued it in. This is a fire steel from goinggear.com. They make really nice fire steels. Has the mesh metal striker. I have it on here with I have it attached to the striker with a bit of what's called tether cord that I bought from countycom.com. It's really nice stuff. I highly recommend it. Cutlery Lever has a video on it. Next, just oops, sorry, I dropped them. I don't really feel like getting them now, but just a book of matches, you know, for lighting fires, of course. And then some small medical scissors. You guys know what these are good for. Besides the medical purposes, you can cut your cord or whatever without taking any of the edge off your knife, and you can just cut cloth, do whatever you need to. A Bic lighter. You guys know what these are good for, lighting fires, of course, burning ends of cord, whatever. Knife. I have sorry, I just dropped my Bic too. I have a decent sized knife in here. Since I have the bigger tin, I like to have a good sized knife, because in the small Altoids tin you really don't have a lot of options. But this is this is an old Schrade. This is the SP7. I got this for my grandpa. It's pretty old. It's decent though, you know. It's big enough to handle whatever tasks you need. It's a lock back. I convex the edge. It has a pretty sharp edge on it right now. But yeah, that's the knife I have in here. Next, I have a film canister, and inside of it are some cotton balls impregnated with petroleum jelly for lighting fires, stuff like that. Here, I have a piece of sandpaper with some sewing thread wrapped around it, and the thread is good for, let's see, I have a needle in here. I'll pull that out in a minute. Here it is right here. I have a needle in here, so needle and thread, and of course sewing up gear, whatever you need to do. And then the sandpaper is so I can sharpen my knife, because it is a convex knife. So yeah, I can sharpen my knife with that. Here we have the guts of some paracord right here. You know what this stuff's good for, whatever You can use it for sewing thread, making snares, lashing together poles and stuff for your shelters, whatever you need to use it for. Just a little rat cutlery survival credit card thing that comes with all their knives. I just threw it in here because it doesn't take up very much space and it just gives you some tips for survival. It comes free with all the rat cutlery knives. Well, I guess they're SE now, but they used to be rat cutlery. Some band-aids, just for minor scrapes and stuff. You can't have a full-size medical kit in here because there's not very much room, but just threw some band-aids in there. And a straw. And the straw is for drinking up water that's in hard to get places or whatever, you know, blowing onto your fire, but it'll probably melt the end of the straw, so I wouldn't recommend doing that with a plastic straw. And the tin itself, which I haven't done it yet. I'm gonna try it at home sometime, just because I believe in testing out your gear at home before you do it in the field. But I can use this tin for boiling water in, for purifying water. You can see it does have paint in there, so I'm going to have to sand that all out, so it's just bare metal. That way it doesn't put any toxic stuff in my water. I purify water if it's just going to get toxic, you know. So yeah, so I'm just going to clean all that out, put some water in, make a fire with the fire steel and the cotton balls, and then put some water in the tin, put it on top, and see if it'll boil it. Try to drink it, see if it works or not. So yeah, that's my survival tin. And then you can see all this stuff fits in here. Let me pack this stuff in here in the order that I had it in. So once again, I'll just go back through it as I pack it in. I have the paracord guts. Put that down there. Band-aids. Rat cutlery, survival credit card, straw, my knife. It's going to be kind of hard packing all this back in because I had it kind of jammed in there. Sandpaper with sewing thread. Let me put the snips under there. Then the sandpaper, tape. Over here, fire steel, fire steel. Sorry guys, it's kind of hard to do this and have it in front of the camera and just use one hand and everything. Let's see. So there we go, fire steel, paracord, and let's see, how am I gonna, and then the cotton balls, and then let's see, my Bic fell on the floor and so did my matches, but I'll pick those up later. But yeah, so there you can see inside of there, just imagine a Bic and some matches in there. And thank you for watching. Take care.